Hey, you guys like my new koozie? See, it's funny because it says pities instead of the other word. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the Lego Lover 117 YouTube channel. Today is the Black Friday haul for 2023. Black Friday as a whole institution over the last few years has really been just falling by the wayside, at least when it comes to actual Black Friday itself. Ever since COVID, Black Friday deals have been popping up all throughout the month of November. A lot of these titles that I'm going to show you today, I didn't buy on actual Black Friday. I bought them a week or two in advance. As a guy who really likes going out and finding great deals amongst the unwashed masses, it's a little sad, but at the same time, it's way more convenient because now you can just buy everything you need off of Amazon and it's all the same price as it would be in the store. I mean, Christ, now you can buy, like 75-inch TVs off of Amazon or Walmart or whatever and have them shipped directly to your house. And it's the same price as it would have been if you were at a Black Friday sale. I mean, it's the wonders of modern life never cease to amaze me. At the same time, though, there is that hunter-gatherer mindset that we as humans have that isn't being fulfilled by just clicking a button on a mouse and then having the item show up at our doorstep a few days later. If you watched my HMR on Daddy's Home 2 that aired earlier on this week, you know my whole rant on that. I went on for like 10 minutes in that video about how we as humans feel the need to go out there and hunt for stuff even if we don't think that we want to. We do feel the need for it. It's not being fulfilled by just having everything show up at our front doorstep with just a click of a button. I'm not going to go through it here again. Go watch that video if you feel the need to hear me talk about that for 10 minutes. You guys didn't come here to hear me talk about human philosophy. You came here to see what I picked up for Black Friday, and wow, I went way more hog wild than I expected. There's a point here where things take a turn for the worse, and I'll tell you about that when we get to it. Just like every year, these are in a rough chronological order of when I pick them up. I'll do my best to remember prices and places that I got them at. So this first stack of 3 titles came from Barnes & Noble, and they are 3 Criterion Collection Blu-rays. Criterion, they do this whole 50% off sale every, I think it's July and November. All their titles are 50% off for the whole month, and it's in conjunction with Barnes & Noble, because Barnes & Noble is really the only retailer that stocks Criterions anymore, unless you're at like a used DVD place like Half Price Books or something. But I drug Hope over to Barnes & Noble to browse the selection, and I found some titles that I had been looking for a while. First up is a movie called Blood Simple. Sorry, the glare from my window is very bright today, but Blood Simple. This is a Coen Brothers film. I've seen... What have I seen from the Coen Brothers? I saw their remake of True Grit. I really liked it. I've seen No Country for Old Men. I think they did that one too. That one is great. Hail Caesar I've heard decent things about, but I've heard great things about Blood Simple, and it's in the Criterion Collection, so it can't be bad, I guess. So I've been wanting this one for a while. It's been on my my buy list for a while. Yes, I do have a buy list for my Criterions because I can't buy them all at once because they're too damn expensive. This was $20. Next movie up is a movie called Thief, starring James Caan and directed by Michael Mann. Michael Mann was the guy who directed Collateral. You guys know how much I love Collateral. James Caan is great. He passed away a few years ago, I think, and he was a terrific actor. So I saw this in the store. This actually wasn't on my buy list. I just saw it in the store and read the back of it, and it sounded pretty decent, and it's in the Criterion Collection, so why not give it a watch for $20? This last title from this first round at the Criterion sale, it wasn't on my buy list, and I kind of grabbed it because Hope kind of wanted to see it, which is surprising because she doesn't know a lot about Criterion. The only thing she knows about Criterion is it's a bunch of old movies that she never wants to watch. But this one caught her eye, particularly because it's animated. It's Fantastic Mr. Fox, directed by Wes Anderson. I have not seen anything by Wes Anderson. I have Asteroid City and The French Dispatch on my media server right now, and I haven't watched them yet, but I've heard great things about Fantastic Mr. Fox. So why not give it a watch? Again, another $20 purchase. Next up is Amazon, the only title I bought off of Amazon. And I bought this because I don't really know why I bought this off of Amazon. I could have bought this at like Best Buy or something because they had plenty of copies of this, but I didn't want to miss out. It's Mario Brothers on 4K. It's a movie I've been waiting to buy for a while. I've been much more restrained with my movie purchases this year, mainly because my old job at UPS cut my hours, so I've been trying to save more. But now that I have my new job that actually pays well and gives me good hours to work, I had more money to spend this year, so I got Mario Brothers on 4K. This was $10 on Amazon, so great price for that. I'm not happy it didn't come with a slipcover, but oh well, I loved the movie. Well, loved is a strong word. I highly enjoyed the movie. Next two titles came from Best Buy. Oh, Best Buy. You all have heard me go on this rant too about how they're dumping physical media out of their stores and online in 2024, which sucks. So this very well may have been the last Black Friday ever at Best Buy that I will ever go to, because the only thing I buy at Best Buy on Black Friday is movies. And if they don't have movies, no reason for me to go in there anymore. But just like in the past, Best Buy had the best stock and I think had the best deals. First off, we got Creed 3 on 4K for $10. Another title that I really enjoyed in the theater. I've watched it since, and I really enjoyed the movie. I just haven't been able to pick it up on 4K yet because it was too damn expensive. So $10 on 4K for this. Yeah, awesome. Awesome deal for that. My apologies if you hear people yelling downstairs. My parents and brother are watching the Steelers versus the Bengals game right now, and they're not being very considerate. I don't really like this poster art. It's okay. The Walmart poster art, which I'll throw up on the screen right here, actually looked better, and I liked that one better. But $10, I can't really say no to that, and I really liked the movie. Then the only other title I got at Best Buy, Violent Night, starring David Harbour. This was $8, I think, on Blu-ray. The 4K of this actually just came out, and it was $20, and I said, no, I'll get the Blu-ray instead because it's $8 and it's cheaper. So, I liked Violent Night. It was on my top 10 favorites of 2022 list, and I haven't seen it since the theaters though. So I think I'll watch it around Christmas time this year because it's a Christmas movie. It's Santa Claus and killing people and everything. It kind of reminds me of that new John Woo movie that's coming out, I believe tomorrow, December 1st. Is when that's coming out, and starring Joel Kinnaman, Silent Night. And that's what it reminds me of, like Violent Night, Silent Night. It feels like John Woo's kind of ripping this movie off, although Joel Kinnaman's not playing Santa Claus. So I liked it. It was a fun movie, and I hadn't had a chance to pick it up yet. So $8, price was right. I wanted to grab The Flash. That Blu-ray was $10, and I kind of wanted it, but I put it back because I was like, yeah, do I need it right now? No, I think I'll wait for actual Black Friday to actually grab that. And I didn't actually go to Best Buy on actual Black Friday. So I don't know, maybe I'll grab that off Amazon or something if that sale's still going. But The Flash, yeah, that movie is a thing. I really only wanted it because it was $10. I didn't hate the Flash movie. I thought it was fine. Do I need that on physical media? I don't know. I didn't need Shazam 2. Spoiler alert, that's not in this pile of movies here. I didn't need that on physical media because that movie felt like it was like AI generated or something. I instantly forgot it when I left the theater. These next two titles I grabbed from Target, I believe. Actually, the next three items. There are two movies here and something else. Target every Black Friday has had a buy two get one free deal on all their movies, but for the last few years they haven't had any like movie sales. All their movies are the same price. It's just if you buy two of them, you get the third one free. So it's like, it's not really a deal. This year though, Target was actually participating in some deals. I grabbed the Barbie movie on Blu-ray for $10. This movie just came out. Like, what, 2-3 weeks ago? It just came out on Blu-ray, and it's already down to $10. Hell yeah, I enjoyed Barbie. I thought the Ryan Gosling role of Ken was great. He's one of the best parts of the movie, actually. I'm Just Ken, if that doesn't get nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars, the Academy you are a joke. I kind of wish they put the 4K on sale. The 4K was still like $32.99 or something, but I'll settle for the Blu-ray for Barbie. It was good. That deal was also going on at Best Buy, and I wanted to grab it there. It was sold out at Best Buy. And so was this next title, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts on 4K. This was also $10, and this movie just came out like less than a month ago, and it's already down to $10 on 4K. That's awesome. There were still great deals to be found at Best Buy this Black Friday, and this was also sold out at Best Buy. I'd buy it at Target, so that's not the only thing I got at Target though, folks. It's not just movies where if you bought two, you got the third one free. It was also music and books. So if you bought a movie, a book, and a music CD or something, you got the third item free. And I grabbed the vinyl record of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 soundtrack from Target. This was on clearance for $11.99. The price was right for this, and this and either Barbie or Transformers after the discount ended up being free. So I love this thing. It's beautiful. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is one of my favorite movies of the year. I mean, just look at this. Look at this inside. Oh man, look at that art. It's beautiful. Look at it. Not only that though, there's also artwork on these little sleeves that hold the discs. But check this out. Look at that metallic purple, baby. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it kind of looks pink in the camera, but I can assure you it's purple. I mean, look at that. That is sick. The other disc is like is like a sky blue color. I mean, this is a great set, and for only $11.99, just amazing. These next two I'm throwing in here just because they were purchased around the time of Black Friday. I think they were purchased the same day that I went to Target to buy Barbie and Transformers and the Guardians 3 soundtrack. These are purchased from Half Price Books. The Half Price Books wasn't running any sales prior to Black Friday, but hey, it feels like it's Black Friday every day in there because their prices are so cheap. So I'll go through these rather quickly. First off, I got Horror of Dracula starring Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, Grand Moff Tarkin and Count Dooku in a Dracula film from Warner Archive. This was like $10. Why the hell not? And then I've heard some very not great things about this next movie, but the title was what got me. This is Sylvester Stallone and Estelle Getty in Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. This was like $7.50 or something, and like, I mean, just look at it. It's got a VHS style slipcover. It's from Mill Creek. It's Sylvester Stallone. I never saw Golden Girls, so I don't know about Estelle Getty, but hey. Okay. Now we come to actual Black Friday. Those first few purchases were made like a week or two in advance. Now we're at actual Black Friday. And on Black Friday, I went back to Barnes & Noble for round 2 at the Criterion Collection. And I picked up The Magnificent Ambersons, directed by Orson Welles. Orson Welles was not a fan of this movie. He thought the studio botched his vision for this. But I'm excited to give it a watch. I like Orson Welles. He had a role in the Transformers movie. I can't remember who he was. He wasn't. It's not Omicron. That's a COVID variant. What's his name? Unicron. Was he Unicron, I think? But yeah, I've actually been eyeing this exact copy of The Magnificent Ambersons for like 2 years at this point. The last few Criterion sales, I've gone in, I've picked it up, I've had it in my hands, and I put it back. Because it didn't seem like the time was right. And now the timing felt right. So I finally picked up Magnificent Ambersons. I'm excited to watch that. That was $20, and then another title that had been on my buy list for a long time. I have had it in my hands before, and I put it back multiple years. It's another movie starring Orson Welles. I think this was also directed by him too, but it's supposedly the greatest movie ever made. I finally have Citizen Kane in my collection. I even went all out. I bought the 4K. This is the 4K of Citizen Kane. This was, for some odd reason, they priced this bad boy at $60 when a standard Criterion 4K is $50. But with the discount, it was $30. So Yeah, Citizen Kane. I do not like this packaging. It is large, and doesn't really fit on the shelf very well. And the weirdest thing about it, take off the slipcover here. Look how it opens. And you have to open it up like that, and then this falls down. It's a weird design. I get what they were going for here. It spells Kane as you open it, but Criterion, let's not do that again. I appreciate you experimenting with your packaging style, but this wasn't it, Chief. At least now I can say that I'm like a snooty film snob now because, ew, I have the greatest film in history in my collection. Oh! Remember how I said that things take a turn? Here's where that happens. After I left Barnes & Noble, I decided to go over to Half Price Books again just to see, like, hey, are you having any sales? The last few years they actually haven't had any sales on Black Friday. But I see a sign in the door that says 50% off all DVDs and Blu-rays. And also 50% off clearance on literally anything that's on clearance. So, I bought a few things. These are not in any, like, order of when I grabbed them. I had a few things in my hand that I put back, but, this is what wound up going home with me. There's this Kino Lorber title called Play It to the Bone with Woody Harrelson and Antonio Banderas. Kino Lorber, that's a cool, like, little boutique print thing. So, I always love picking up Kino Lorber titles at Half Price Books because they're usually pretty cheap. This one with the discount was like $5. Why the hell not? It's a boxing movie. Boxing movies are great, so there's that. I grabbed Weird Science. This is an Arrow Video title. Another boutique label. So this was, after the discount, I think it was $10. So, yeah, John Hughes movie. Some dudes build a robotic woman, I think, is the plot to this. So yeah, Weird Science. This was a clearance title, so this was, I think, $3, and then after the discount it was like $1.50. But I grabbed Gangs of New York, directed by Martin Scorsese. I saw this movie once. It was on Netflix like 5-6 years ago, and I haven't seen it since. So I thought, why not for $1.50, just buy the movie and see if it is good or not. This one I bought because it's a double feature with Tarantino's Death Proof. It's part of the Grindhouse experience. This is Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror. I don't know anything about it. This was like, it was $7, and then after the discount it was like $3.50. So, cool, I guess. I can complete the Grindhouse double feature now, but Planet Terror, I don't know anything about it. I think that's Bruce Willis and Josh Brolin in there. Robert Rodriguez is a decent director, unless he's doing Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So, you heard me talk about this movie a few weeks ago in a home media review, and I talked it up so much I just had to buy it. Trading Places, starring Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. This movie is so good. I love it. It's a holiday classic. It was $8 and then $4 after the discount, so there it is. This does have a 4K release, but do I need Trading Places on 4K? I don't think so. I'll just stick with my Blu-ray. Here's another clearance title that was $1.50 after the discount. Dances with Wolves, starring Kevin Costner. The movie Avatar was loosely based on this movie, is what I have heard. Apparently Kevin Costner like makes friends with Indians or something. I don't really know a lot about it. I just know it's long and it stars Kevin Costner, and it had a slipcover for like $1.50. So why not? I don't know if I've mentioned this, but my standards like go in the toilet when it comes to 50% off sales. And that really is evident with this next movie, which is the last movie from this haul at Half Price Books. Sharktopus. Half shark, half octopus, all killer. This was $3 and like 75 cents or something after the discount. I told you I have no standards when it comes to 50% off sales. That's why I bought this thing. Moving on. The day after Black Friday, was that, Gray Saturday, I guess? Hope and I went back to Half Price Books to see if anything else remained from the 50% off sale. Because I don't know if I mentioned this. The sale ran from Black Friday to Sunday. So, plenty of time to see if there's more things. And there was more things, and I bought more things. So first up, we have 1 Hour Photo starring Robin Williams. I've heard great things about this movie. I've heard great things about Robin Williams in this movie, and I've been wanting to see it for a while. So it was $5 after the discount. So, hey, a movie with a slipcover for $5? Why the hell not? This was probably the biggest thing that I bought at Half Price Books, and probably the best, maybe one of the best deals I've gotten this Black Friday. This is the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, Season 1, on 4K. All discs are included, all 4K and Blu-ray discs. The digital code was already used, but whatever, I don't really need it. This was $15 after the discount, which was crazy to me. This came out, This came out in physical media last year, I think, and places like Half Price Books severely overcharge for HBO shows, especially HBO shows on 4K. So to get this for $15 was like a dream of mine. So, yeah. I haven't watched this prequel yet. I've heard it's good, though. Hope's actually started watching Game of Thrones now. She's starting Season 2 here pretty soon. So I told her whenever she finishes Game of Thrones, when she's in her mid to late 60s, she can watch House of the Dragon. She watches shows at a snail's pace. These next two things were kind of a pickup for her, but not really, because I kind of think this show is a guilty pleasure. This is the show Once Upon a Time. It's an ABC show. These 2 seasons were like $2 after the discount. Not each, just $2 together. So I liked it. I think I watched the whole thing over on Disney Plus a few years ago. And the first few seasons were good, but like a lot of other television shows, they kind of went to shit pretty quickly after like seasons 4 and 5. So I'll stick with just the first 2 seasons. The first one's the best one out of all of them. It is kind of corny, but I kind of enjoyed it. It was a different take on like Disney fairy tale characters, and I can appreciate that. So for $2 on DVD for 2 complete seasons of a TV show, how could you say no to that? And finally, the last title that I have picked up for Black Friday 2023, You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown. This was like, what, $2 I think after the discount? I used to watch this all the time. Back when we watched Great Pumpkin on television, this always aired with it for some reason, to make like a Peanuts hour block for Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. This would always air after it, and I really enjoyed it. And for some reason, this special is not included on the Great Pumpkin Blu-ray. I guess because they wanted to put it on its own DVD. But hey, I haven't seen it since childhood, and I remembered it being pretty good. The scene where Snoopy is Joe Cool was always my favorite part. He's like over by the water fountain and just being cool. Like, I don't know, I always thought that was fun. I like this. I like this a lot. It's also got another special on here. He's a Bully, Charlie Brown, which I have never seen. But I like the Peanuts. Okay, I'm going to attempt to grab all of this stuff and show you in a giant stack. This probably won't go very well. Oh dear. This is everything. This is everything that I bought. I didn't realize it was this much. This is what happens when you get a real job, ladies and gentlemen, and you have more money to spend. You spend it on stupid shit that you don't want, don't need, to impress people that you don't like. But you know what? You feel good about it in the moment, and then instant regret when you hold it up to the camera. Black Friday 2023 was really fun. I had a good time going out there. I also grabbed some stuff for Hope. I think I bought her Encanto on Blu-ray and Nightmare Before Christmas on Blu-ray. Those were like, Encanto was $10 and Nightmare was like $5. So she got some Black Friday stuff too from her dear sweet fiance. So shout out to you, Hope. Love you. I am sad though, because now I have no more Black Fridays at Best Buy to look forward to, because presumably this is it. It's very sad. But hey, Half Price Books, if you keep doing that 50% off sale every Black Friday, I'm going to keep coming back. So folks, I want to thank you so very much for watching this Black Friday haul. Let me know what your favorite thing was that I grabbed in the comments, and if you've seen any of the titles that I grabbed here, and let me know what you thought of them. Tell me all your opinions on all the things that I bought in the comments. Tell me how much money I spent, and maybe don't do that. I don't want to know how much I spent. I haven't looked at my bank account in a few days, and I'm very scared to look at that. Thank you all so very much for watching this Black Friday haul. I will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.